All right, hey guys, welcome back to AmSamFam. So good to have you join us again today. We are so pleased to bring you another boat video today. This is gonna be something a little bit special because we are moving on to the boat tomorrow.
Woo!
And it's probably not ready for us to move on to it, but we have made a goal that we are going to move on to the boat June 1st, which is tomorrow. So we've got a couple last ditch effort items that we're going to try to take care of to make it so that we can reasonably live on the boat. Those are things like finishing the galley enough that we can kind of put some more important things on there, like a microwave and Instapot and some things like that, because we need to be able to cook. Speaking of cooking, we also have had trouble with the stove. I'm sorry, I went over a speed bump there. Had trouble with the stove. We can't get the stove to fully light. It'll, while we're holding like the little pilot thing down, it'll light up a little bit, but it won't fully light. And it has a full propane tank, and we don't know what's going on with that, so we've got to get that fixed today. So we're going to take apart the stove and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. Then we've also got a couple things we have to do with the plumbing. We've got to change out a valve that it broke, and so it won't actually allow us to drain our kitchen sink. And then we've got to fix the drain to the shower. That broke off too and is not working quite right. So we've bought all the new parts for that. We've got to put it all together and get it in there. And then just some general cleaning to get it ready for us to live on there. One big thing that's worth noting that we are just going to be without, that we're missing, is actually any kind of refrigeration. We took our refrigerator into a shop to have it checked out. We haven't heard back from them yet. We don't know if they can be salvaged and fixed and put back on the boat. Even if they could, we don't have our battery stuff set up quite yet to be able to do it. So that's something we're going to live without. We're going to put a cooler on the boat and just kind of use ice for a while to get us through until we can get a more permanent solution on that. But to start out with, we need just one more little item to be able to finish our galley, which is these tiles that we're going to pick up from Manua's store. We picked up a few sheets of these little tiles and they're awesome, but we found that we're just a few short, so we're gonna have to buy one more of those, and then we're gonna basically be able to finish up our galley. Well, you know, the stage that we're at in the galley, at least.
We finished at Manua's. We got what we needed plus a little, because you know you can't go into that store without finding something else that you're like, oh yeah, I think we needed that too. So we need to rein that in because we don't have space for buying anything extra when we're on that boat. But that's okay. So we're going to head home and pick up the kids, and then we're heading out to the boat. We've got a big work day today with lots of projects we want to get done, and then tomorrow we will be actually moving on. For everybody watching from the US, or for all of our viewers who are in the US military stationed somewhere else, today is actually Memorial Day, so we did want to make sure to say thank you to all of our service men and women who are serving our country, and we appreciate everything you guys do so that we can have the freedom to live the life we want to live. All right, you guys ready to get to work? Because we definitely are.
All right, got the stinky kids, and now we're off to the boat. Hey, pretty lady.
Hey, just gonna eat some lunch and then we'll get to work. So I say we do the two sides first because we know exactly where we want those.
So point it to me right here real quick. So these tiles already have, they're like self-adhesive. They've got a good sticky back to it. But because we're on a boat, anything that just works basically on the mainland probably doesn't work here on the boat because of all the moisture in the air and the salt in the air. So we're going to put on some of this 3M 5200 adhesive. This stuff turns into like concrete. It basically is like some of the strongest adhesive that there is out there. And it does work really well in marine applications. So we're gonna just put a little bit more of that around it, kind of on the corners, and make sure that it's gonna stay on the wall. How's it look, Kip?
Love it.
What do you think, Colden?
It looks awesome.
Good.
By the way, I'm the cameraman.
Alright guys, I think we did everything we could do today. So we grouted the tiles on the bottom and we grouted the tiles up as the backsplash. There's just this one last little strip of tile backsplash that we ran out of grout for. So we'll have to go back and get just a little bit more grout, which kills me that that's all we had left. But it's okay because if you can see, we've got this blank space here. We'll get some more wood up there and we will put a little bit more tile down. So we will need some more grout, so it's all right, it works out. While it doesn't necessarily look like we've been doing this for 20, 50 years, I am totally pleased with our work here. I think it looks great. You let us know if you could have done better. You probably could have, but give us a thumbs up if you like our work here.
Dang it. Are you recording?
Oh, yep.
Okay, so one of the first things that happened when we were trying to open up the sinks and get the plumbing working is there is a through hole that the sink drains out through. A through hole is literally a valve that goes through the side of the boat, and it allows water to flow either in or out of the boat. In this case, it flows out of the boat. And kind of a smart way to store a boat is to close all the through holes, the valves, close it so in case there's a break in the line, it doesn't, flood the boat and sink the boat. So the valve was closed and we were trying to open it and it was really stuck closed, but we kept working it. We thought we had it, but then it went all of a sudden, but it wasn't because of the valve opened, because we broke the handle clean off the valve. So we had to order a new valve. It came in, so what we have to do now is take the hose off of this through hole and get ready, because tomorrow our neighbor Chris is going to come help us take the valve off of it. And so we're gonna have to plug it up from the outside so it doesn't sink the boat with water coming in through the through hole. We're gonna plug it up, we're gonna take the valve off and replace it with a new valve. So right now we're working on just getting the hose off, and it's really stuck on there.
I think you're getting there, because there's more water coming than there was before.
A lot of crap came out.
Oh yeah, it smells awful. But you got it off.
Oh, barf.
Yeah.
Pocket check.
You're good.
Right as I jumped, I saw a jelly right here.
Oh yeah.
All right, hand me the wooden one. Wait.
Oh.
I think you actually had it.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Alright, we're on to our last project for the day. We're going to try to take this thing apart so we can figure out what pieces we need to get.
Yeah, so here's the problem that we're running into. We hook up the propane, it runs down here. The way you turn this on is you push this in, you turn it to the side 90 degrees, push it in, you light it, and then you kind of like let it stay lit just for a few seconds. You're supposed to let go and it will stay lit. We can get it to light for this one only, but it won't stay lit. And we've gone through, we know the propane's full, we've tested the line all the way through, and we know the line is good. There are no solenoids in this system because we can see where the line goes directly into the oven. The oven has no electricity running into it, so there's no solenoids coming in that way. That's not a problem. I mean, I think that the only thing it could be is there is a thermal coupler right here, and I think under each one of them, that is going to be the main problem. Those probably all need to be replaced. We're going to go in and just look and see if we can figure out where the problem is in there, because this is a pretty important part of us living here. We need to get this thing working and running for us so we could be cooking our food every day.
All right, let's get to it.
All right. While this is off, we can give it a good thorough cleaning too.
Yeah, I want to scrub that really well. Yeah.
So if you couldn't tell, what's happening here is the gas is hooked up. The way that you turn the stove on is you got to turn it 90 degrees to the left, hold this button in, and it kind of primes it and it opens the solenoids basically, so it'll allow gas to flow, but it also kind of makes it so that if it's off and it's on, there's gas just flowing into the cabin. So you got to hold it down and then you light it, and what happens is when I'm holding this down, it stays on, but it's not burning really strong. I can tell it's not like the full flow of propane, but it's staying on. And I'm holding it down for a minute or two, so getting plenty of time for all the steady flow of propane to come through here. And as soon as I let go of it, it should stay on since the fire's burning there, but it doesn't. It just goes right out. So I think it's the thermocoupler, but I'm not positive. Short of just changing out components in here willy-nilly, we just don't know what's going on. But I'll tell you what, if anybody out there has a clue of what it is, this is a Force 10 stove and range. It's on a gimbal, so it's meant for boats. If you know anything about it, if you've dealt with one before, you have any idea what this might be, leave a comment below and give us some idea of what it is and try to help us get it figured out.
Right, we just finished our big work day at the boat. We got a lot of stuff done that we wanted to, not quite everything, so we will be back again early tomorrow to finish it all up. But because we were working so hard, we've got a special treat for our kids. Because of COVID, our movie theater here has been closed like basically for the last year. I'm sure you guys can all relate to that. And so they just barely opened up like 2 weeks ago. And so we are going to take the kids to see Cruella tonight.
Cruella.
So it's our first time going to the theater in a long time. So we're all excited. We're going to go home, get changed and cleaned up, and go have a little fun night. And then we will be back at it tomorrow, finishing up those last couple of projects and then getting moved on and giving this a try. Hey guys, it is Tuesday morning. It's June 1st. Today is moving day. Nate took off to the boat where he's meeting our neighbor Chris, and hopefully they're finishing up the stuff for the through hole for the kitchen sink. I hope it's going well so that we will have use of our kitchen sink once we get there. I stayed home with the kids. We're finishing some last minute laundry and just getting everything packed up. So today our goal is to not get our whole household moved over, but we've got to get some of the basics, the clothes and toiletries and some food, some of those basics moved over to the boat, and then hopefully finish some of those last minute projects also. All right, we are heading back to the boat. Nate, you want to tell us about what went down on the boat today? We weren't there to see it.
Yeah, so I woke up early this morning and went and met our neighbor Chris down at the boat. And big shout out to Chris. He has done so much for us and given us so much advice and help. And Chris broke out the big pipe wrench tools and helped me to actually pull the old valve off the inside of the boat, off the through hole. And water was spilling in the boat, and it was the scariest thing ever. It looked like our boat was gonna sink because there was like a fire hose of water spraying in. But we plugged it up really fast, and we got the new valve on and got it all hooked back up, and now we have a sink that actually drains.
Oh, hallelujah.
The little things that you don't ever even think about in life that you just take for granted. I've lived in a house my whole life and always had a sink that just drained and never thought about what a blessing it is to be able to do that. And man, I really appreciate it now.
Yeah, so also thank you, Nate. We all are really going to appreciate that. So we also ran to Ace and grabbed a few more things that we need for the boat to finish getting it ready for us to live on there. And we stopped by the house and packed up, again, not everything, but just some things that we need to be able to live there for the next at least few days. And now we're heading back, and we're going to try to finish up these projects real quick. Hadley and I only have a little bit of time, then we're going to have to take off, and we might have to leave the boys to finish up the last of the projects. But
as usual.
But then we hopefully, the plan is we'll be staying the night there for the first time, all of us on the boat together tonight. Wish us luck. Woo!
Lift it together, ready, set. Oh, I'm just gonna break something up here.
Yeah.
Do that.
It's not.
Is it doing it?
It is. Let me just. Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Did it fall back out of the plate?
Wait,
no,
that's
I think
that's
we're good.
Okay,
Look at it.
perfect. right, boys. What do you think? We're gonna be able to live here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It's not perfect yet. Still a lot of construction stuff sitting around. But look, we got like a microwave in there.
And
Still a little construction stuff sitting around. Got a water jug for now. Refrigerator is not working yet. We got the other refrigerator being repaired to see if it will work. We got a nice big jug of water to keep us hydrated. We got an iced up Coleman chest to keep our food cool until we can get a proper refrigerator. Let's go show me your room, guys. Let's see how nice and cleaned up it is. Now, we don't have sheets on the bed yet, but is the room cleaned up enough? You guys got it ready to sleep in tonight?
Yeah.
Not bad. That'll work for a night, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Holden, you even got a sheet on your bed.
Yep.
Very good.
I don't care about sheets.
You don't care about sheets? Well, we'll get a sheet on your bed anyways, okay?
No.
Pretty soon.
Don't spit.
Head's looking okay. We're getting there.
Don't spit those in my face.
Got a towel in here.
Hey.
Got some Listerine and toothbrushes, hand soap. Back here, got a little charging station. Got some clothes that still need to be unpacked. Bed's looking good. That's that red thing back there is the back of the seat cushion for our little office that we've got set up here. Don't know if you can hear that little humming in the background. Since we don't have our solar panels or our batteries set up that are sufficient to cover our needs, we're running a generator right now to keep everything kind of running and keeping our batteries full. We're going to shut it off here in a little bit, and we're going to go off just our batteries the rest of the night until tomorrow morning. Then we get some more solar. Okay, guys.
Please pray for us.
Say goodnight.
Night.
Kip, say goodnight.
Good night. I'm going to fall asleep now.
Okay, night.
All right, it has been a long couple of days getting ourselves into this boat, but we're here, we made it, and we're gonna give it a go. We've got our ice cream sandwiches we're finishing off the night with. And then we're gonna brush teeth and all of us head to bed.
Well, guys, thanks for coming along with us these last couple of days and following us through this little journey that we're taking and having the patience with us as we make our little mistakes and celebrating with us when we make our little wins. We love having you with us.
If you liked this video, give us that thumbs up, let us know, and let us know in the comments down below.
If you're not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe so you can catch all of our adventures.
And if you want to help support our channel, click on over to our Patreon, where you can make a monthly pledge to help us keep making these videos. All right, I'm getting ice cream dropped on me, so that means it's time to say goodnight.
Good night.
Tofa Soifua.
Tofa Soifua.
By the way, these are big guys and they're delicious. Get some. Yeah. Down below, right there. Those stories. Just joking. Wink. I was just joking by the wink.